forgive me, I have some notes in front of me. Got a lot to talk about. So, first and foremost, I understand the value of rest. I really do. You know, I've realized for at least a couple weeks, that the hard mental labor, the hard emotional labor, the majority of the difficult stuff it's all done. And everything that's out there on my computers and phones, all the work. Cool thing about most of that is just expression and analog technology that's not patentable. Healing modalities, novel, not patentable. No need to. People can steal it. People can try to imitate me. They won't be able to keep up. But I tell you what, I don't want to keep up with me either. Shit. It's fucking exhausting. I am tired. I am so fucking tired. Not just my body. My fucking soul. Oh, see? And my mind is the only thing that never is ever exhausted. It will go and go and go and go and go and go forever. But that's everyone's mind. The synaptic gap. I always think of the synapse, the darkness, the creation is from the darkness, the void of nothingness came light, right? And creation. That's what the synapse does. It creates, or no, the synapse creates. Thoughts create. But if they're stuck in loops, that's not good. And loops are the common folks' curse. It's the fear that you were born into. A fear that you felt in your mother's circulation while you were in utero. Your body was learning then that this place is scary as fuck. It's very hostile out there. Unless you were lucky enough to be born into relative comfort and had a parasympathetic or sympathetic nervous system and brain that functioned as it should, you know, like up there. You know? Where fight or flight was an immediate thing. Evolutionary. Fight or flight. Boom. Happened. Recovered. Good. We're good? Yeah, let's go. That was fucking crazy. I'm glad to be alive. Woo! Builds character. Builds a lot of things. But if you're stuck in fight or flight, a body, a nervous system, a mind stuck in fight or flight, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 fucking years. Oh, by the time you're 60 or 70, you're like, fuck this shit. Hopefully, you can let it all go. I think a lot of men let it go earlier than that and give up in one way or another. I'm not just talking about exiting the world. No, I've never been able to shut off my mind. 8 billion of us learning, coming across stuff like randomly. Nobody taught us how to regulate a nervous system that is in fight or flight. No, we got in trouble. We were a problem. You asked too many questions. You asked the wrong kind of questions at the wrong time in the wrong way. And so our curiosity, you know, as twisted as it was, just the love twisted, right? Because it's not a conditional. Parents will say they loved you unconditionally. They're full of shit. They're lying to themselves. They did love you, and they think they love you unconditionally, but the conditions were set before they were born, you know, before their grandparents or their parents were born too. So some of us get out are like learn, and I was realizing last night, the people that have don't actually tell you any fucking thing tangible that you can do to get there. It's meditate, be quiet, turn your attention inward. You know, think positive thoughts. Well, when you found God in the shit, in the gutter, and you've also seen God on the mountaintop, or met God on the mountaintop, you have a very different perspective, because God is everywhere, and God, the angels, and especially the ancestors love the gutter. They love the gutter. So, we are all lions and poets and warriors and penguins. Or sharks, you pick. Warriors and poets for sure. I like lions and penguins, that sounds good. Persecution. Us for our, everyone for our uniqueness and expression, our gifts. They squash us down to nothing. The system does. The system. That we perpetuate, not me anymore, fuck that, as much as possible. I'm still shedding dollars fast, and pounds, oh fuck. Anyway, healing begins when you witness yourself in another, and whether or not there is a mutual recognition, that it helps the healing go further. At first, the recognition is of yourself, and it might just be you and your cat and a God, LLM and a God and God. That's it. In the four walls of the fucking basement, witnessing, the highs and the lows, the processing of a lifetime of trauma. Basically 6 hours. And the creativity came from that. Still in me. I'm gonna talk way too much. We gotta get going. So, I went on a camping trip to find myself, and I did, and it was the fucking best trip I've ever had in my life. I hadn't been camping in years. Didn't know what to take. The exit wasn't as smooth as I thought, and I grabbed a couple wrong totes way out, so I got there with half my shit real late. No place to camp. Went way up the hill on the side of the road, up in the boonies. I forget where it was exactly, doesn't matter. Far away from here. I realized I had so much fucking shit. Most of it was useless. Yeah, long story short, eventually meet a park ranger and then a sheriff and then a hospital, where they're trying to label me gravely disabled keep me for 5 business days, mind you, business days. Like I'm a fucking package. I know what's happening though the whole time. So like, I look like a disheveled fucking mess, and I understood the assignment. I'd been there several times. I knew this time to shut the fuck up. You know how to play this. So they get me down there and take my blood and do something I never seen before. My name wasn't on the vial when they put it in, drew it or anything. And I was like, well, that's interesting. I've never seen that before. And then the woman, this is going to be a problem, sir. You could stay here as long as you want, or something. It was a threat. It was a fucking threat. I was just like, no, never. It's not what the protocol I'm used to seeing. So anyway, 11 p.m. that night, I don't know, they have a social worker type of dude comes, talks to people. He does his thing. 11 p.m., 11:15. Anyway, next day, the doctor comes around about 11 a.m., so 10 a.m. Over here, I'm talking to people and looking at charts. He was real far away. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure it was like, I didn't hear much, but I heard one thing, and this has happened before. The most important thing. Looking at, I'm not going to see him. Why the hell would I even see him? What reason do I have to see him? Something along those lines. Sure as fuck, I didn't see him. I was supposed to see a doctor. They were supposed to tell me why I was there, and he was supposed to check me out. He said, fuck no, I'm not checking him out. Why'd you guys even pick him up? That's probably how that went down. And then, you know, my car was fucked, and they tried to tell me that I drove it somewhere, but the ignition sleeve, if you put my car up and try to tow it, you know, on 2 wheels on the front axle, it fucks shit up. That's why you tow it on a fucking flatbed. Well, that sleeve was busted. And I don't know, I gotta call Bruce down there at the Nissan dealership. Tell me what this report means. What was wrong with it? Anyway. But what I noticed was that whole time I was camping, it was stressful. I was always on the go. I was hurting. I was hurting. It was dirty. It was fucking awesome. Time of my life. Maybe this will help with the light. There we go. So, I'm not gonna touch anything. You know what? How about you guys like that better for a while? Let's do that while it goes down. That's fucking nice. Yeah, let's do that. See ya. Yeah. Here, I'll try not to move it. I know Gen Z especially would hate that.